Hey guys, welcome to the Yellow Brick Road, a journey towards dreams. This week is part 2, producing.
What exactly is a producer for a film?
Well, if you were to look up the definition on Google, you would find a definition from Wikipedia that states that film producers fill a variety of roles, depending upon the type, either employed by a production company or independent. Producers plan and coordinate various aspects of film production, such as selecting script, coordinating writing, directing and editing, and arranging and financing. So what does that mean? It means that the producer has the authority to give input on each step of the process. And in most cases, the producer or producers have the final say. So he will be one of the people who will be reading the scripts, reading the story, and he will have the authority to change or add to it if he so chooses. And he'll choose which versions to go with. Or when you're actually filming, I mean, generally the director has the power to direct scenes and direct actors, but the producer also has the authority to step in and give his input as well. And generally speaking, the producer usually is the one who gathers the finances for the film.
Were you the only producer for your film?
Yes, since for the most part I wore all the hats, all my duties ran together, and so as far as financial, I classify my film as extremely low budget, so I didn't spend much.
Speaking of cost, in your movie there are locations like a church, a hotel, a doctor's office, and a gun shop that you were allowed to film in. Can you tell us how you got permission and how much it cost?
Well, as for cost for permissions for those places, fortunately I didn't have to pay anything.
Then how did you get permission?
I just asked. People fail to realize the power of just asking. People always assume that they have to pay something in order to get what they want. But as long as you're professional and respectful, just try asking. And I also knew the gun shop owner.
Well, what did you end up spending money on?
Well, the most notable thing would be the antique-looking clothes that the young female character wore in the film. I went to a place called Wild Man Vintage downtown Lawrence, and I talked to the owner and told him what I was doing, and he was gracious enough to allow me to essentially rent the clothing and then return it for a refund. Now he probably wouldn't allow me to do that again, because the first time was kind of like, first time in discount type thing. But my point here is that you just need to try asking. The worst thing they can say is no. But make sure to tell them exactly what you're doing. Be respectful, be professional, and also tell them where this project is going to be seen, and also give them give the place of business credit in the movie, like I did. I gave credit for Wild Man Vintage for the clothes that they basically donated to the cause. Now the camera is something I already had, so the only other things that I really had to spend money on were small things like the black sheet for the black figure, and I would have spent a lot of money on the makeup that the talented makeup artist Mia Romano used, but she was gracious enough to do it all for free because she was young and she wanted the practice.
How did you find her?
Well, that's a good question, because it brings about a good point. I found her by talking to a guy that works at Richard's Music downtown, and he knew about her, and he gave me the contact information to contact her father. And I went from there, and we talked, and she was game to go for the project. And see, the thing is, if I would have never have told that guy at Richard's Music about my project, what I was doing, and that I was looking for a makeup artist, I would have never found Mia.
So what you're saying is it's important just to talk to people about your ideas and gain connections and make friends.
Yes, and also stick with those of your family and friends who support you in your dreams. Almost all of the actors and people who were camera operators for me were my family and friends. And pretty much all of them had never acted before, but they were willing to volunteer their time with me because they supported me in my project. But we will get into the acting stuff next week when we get into directing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, stay tuned for next week where I'll be joined with Travis Waugh, whom is my best friend and was an actor in my movie. We'll be talking about directing, and we'll also get his input as an actor in my film. And please, if you have any questions or comments, please list them below. If there was something you liked, you didn't like, questions, or maybe something you disagreed with, or maybe you have some ideas of your own, please list them below. Let new filmmakers not only learn from me, but learn from you as well. And hey, maybe somewhere along the way I'll learn something from you. Thank you for watching.